Hey Days fans. Okay. We need to have a little chat because if you didn't know already, Drake Hogerson was fired from the show today. Over the phone by Ken Corday. How nice. I'm basically moping around my apartment all day because I'm just really not happy and really depressed about the whole situation. I think that it's absolutely retarded and just awful and there are so many words that I would love to say that are not appropriate for YouTube, so I'm not going to say them. But I will say this. I'm so disappointed that I invested so much time in the show and these characters for them to get screwed. I mean, I've been a fan of the show for a year, and oh my god, I have met people who have been a fan of the show since like 1965 when it started. My mom was 3 years old then. I'm 19. I mean, that's so long. It's like unbelievable. And yet they've stuck with it and they haven't given up on it, and now they're giving up on it because of this. I mean, you take 25 years of history that you build on and you continue to grow on to have John not have a personality for a year and to just kind of ride off into the sunset before Christmas 2008. How does that make any sense? Oh my god. And if I were Drake, I'd be infuriated. I'm sure he is. I'm sure the poor guy is like friggin' running around on a rampage today. I would be. I'm almost running around on a rampage and I didn't get fired from Days. Well, kind of feels like I did because I'm not watching it anymore. Well, I'll watch next week, but after that I'm done. YouTube is where it's at. Um I'm really disheartened. I mean, okay, the writers think that they're gonna pull in a younger crowd by only having younger cast members as the main focus. Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm 19, so young, and most of my friends that are fans of Days are between like 17 and 23 with some older ones but and some younger ones, and they all want the vets. They all want to see the vets. That's what we want. We don't want the younger cast members. The vets have the storylines. They have the history. They have everything built upon their lives, and the younger cast members don't. And it's like we like do when I got into the show, I did so much research on like the history of the show so I could really be caught up with what's going on. And now it's just gonna be like, oh, I'm leaving Salem. Bye, Marlena. Bye. Like, and then they tried to kill him last year, and there was such an uproar about that they brought him back, but totally devoid of any emotion and personality and life. I don't understand it, and if Drake is getting fired, who's gonna be next? Like, I'm worried about Steven and Mary Beth. Teo and Leanne, oh my god, Leanne's not even contracted, which is awful because the woman should be contracted. She's amazing. I think Tony and Anna are the one couple that really nobody has any problem with. Even previews.blogspot.com, where they make fun of the show all over the place, called them an interesting couple. When previews.blogspot gives you props, you know you've made it. You know you're good to go. I mean, they even make fun of John and Marlena, but they don't make fun of Tony and Anna. So, that says something. Tony and Anna bring the funny, and they haven't been on for a while together. Leanne Hunley is amazing. She hasn't been on. The Steve and Kayla fan base, I'm not personally a part of it. I like their characters. I don't dislike their characters. I'm not just like a huge fan. Their fan base is so well organized and so put together. I mean, they have such a huge following, like almost as much as John and Marlena. And the fans of these couples like pour so much so much heart and soul into these stories and their history and their, it just, it's so disheartening. Same with Bo and Hope. Peter and Christian, like, they have a huge following. All of these couples do. And they're not being used. It's like, no offense to the younger actors, because they're just doing their job. They are in Hollywood. They got a job with Days of Our Lives, one of the most famous soaps out there. And they're just doing their job. They get the script, they come to work, they read it. They represent their characters. You know, I got to see them firsthand at FanFest. They're really good people, you know, and they really like their job, and they're really doing their best to portray it. I blame Ken Corday and Dina Higley, personally. Like, straight up, just them. Because I can't blame the younger actors. They're not the ones, they don't have, they less than anybody have any power to be like, put me on screen, bitch. Like, Molly Burnett, who plays Melanie, she's getting so much screen time. I'm sure she's just like, wow, I'm working a lot. She's not like paying the writers to put her in all the time. You know, like, I would hope that that's not the case. You know, same with like Stephanie and Max and Nick. You know, I don't hate them. It's just I really would love a balance. It would be nice to have a balance of old characters and new characters. Why can't we have the vets and the new characters interacting? I like that. I love it when they interact. I love that. I love it when Marlena's like interacting with Stephanie or Chloe. I love it when Anna's interacting with, you know, Carolyn Brady or Bo and Hope or whatever. I love that. I totally love it. So why couldn't they find that balance? Right now it is the Melanie, Nicole, and Nick and EJ show. I like EJ as much as anybody else. I mean, his body, I want his body. But he's not all the time. It's just that. It's just that storyline. So, it's so disheartening. And I just really wish it hadn't come to this. You know, I friggin' hope Deidre Hall is tearing Ken Corday a new asshole right now. I would if I were her. She's got a lot of power. She commands a lot of power. For good reason, too. The woman brings the viewers, okay? The woman brings the major viewers. And she's getting disrespected, too. Like her other half is gonna be gone. Not that cool. Not tight. It's not cool at all. So, I just feel bad for the whole situation, you know, and I'm hearing a lot of things about how Drake may have stood up for J. Kenneth Johnson when he left the other day, and now Drake's getting fired. Drama. How is that gonna fly? Doesn't fly. Drake is the stand-up man. I've met him. I met him for like 5 seconds, and he treated me like he'd know me forever. He called me honey. He like pushed off security guards so he could get a picture with me. I mean, what a great guy. They are all fabulous people. I met Teo Leanne, Drake and Deidre. I met Eric Martsoff. I met Joe Muscolo. And I had interaction with Lauren Koslow and who else? And Christian and Peter. They're all so nice. They're all such fabulous people to their fans. They don't deserve any of this. And I wish that the fan base had more power. It would be so nice if the fan base had more power. Like, where is our vote? You know, why don't we get a say? Shoot, I'll donate some money. I'll donate like $5 a month. It's not much. But why, I mean, you know, it's the little things that should matter that don't. And it just is really disheartening. It's like, so basically in August, when you had the highest ratings you've had in a year, because they were featuring John Marlena, Stefano, Stephen Kayla, and Tony and Anna, you had the highest ratings you've had in a year, and they were like the only ones that were on, and you had the highest ratings. Like, how are you gonna say that it was anybody else's reason, anybody else's doing, that the ratings were like through the ceiling when they were on? I don't get it, and I'm really so frustrated that I just kind of have to laugh about it, but I'm actually very sad and disheartened about it. So that's my 2 cents in a 10-minute video about the situation. And, you know, I would support Drake and Deidre wherever they go, basically. So Drake, go to General Hospital, because I watch General Hospital. I'll watch him on there. I'll watch Deidre anywhere, and I'll watch Drake anywhere, basically. Drake, Deidre, Teo, and Leanne, I will watch them anywhere. So go, my little lovies. I will go wherever you go. I just hope that they're happy. I just really want them to be happy, and I want them to get the respect that they deserve. That's all that I ask, is that they get the respect they deserve.